microphones before. I think. No, I haven't. That's good. This is good. I'm short. It works. Okay, good evening. Oh, that's nice. You responded. Thank you for coming out tonight. Our first piece this evening is going to be the theme to Jurassic Park. Oh, thank you. You haven't even heard it yet, but thank you. As you may or may not know, Real Life is celebrating 10 years of music this year, which is very exciting. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Prior to that, music, of course, would occur as a natural part of teaching, but it wasn't until 2012, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, 2012, 2012. Anyway, Dr. Long, who was principal at the time, elected to establish a music program in the tradition of weekly music classes for the lower school, and then formal band and choir ensembles at the upper school level. And in that first year, our band, which was smaller than this one, performed this piece at the annual fall festival that used to occur on this site. And I distinctly remember that it was either ahead of or just behind a tropical storm, so it was a very windy evening, and our stands and music were going everywhere, and it was a very violent performance in strong tradition with the violence of Jurassic Park. In the following years, we've actually had enough students to provide a pep band for our basketball games in the past, and so we adopted this Jurassic Park theme as our unofficial school song, and we would play it at the conclusion of games, win or lose. Yes! Because we are the Raptors, right? And so, yeah, okay. I knew you were there with me, but just in case. Anyway, and it has long been intended as a tradition at our spring concerts to perform Jurassic Park because it's just become a theme. And so initially, in 2020, we began to learn Jurassic Park to put it into our spring concert. And we all know how 2020 went. And so we did not have a spring concert that year. And then last year, we were like, okay, but we're going to continue the tradition anyway. And so we learned Jurassic Park. And as things have lingered from 2020, our production of Beauty and the Beast got pushed back and into our original performance time for spring concert. And spring concert got pushed back and then canceled. And so it didn't happen again. And so this year, we are very excited to begin the tradition of playing Jurassic Park at our spring concert. Yes. That was a very long introduction. I apologize. But you will notice that it features the first of our soloists that we are going to feature this evening. Josh Mattingly is a second-year saxophone player, and he is going to provide the solo for Jurassic Park. Okay. For our next number, I'm going to invite a guest conductor up on stage with us, but it's someone you already know, Donella Becerra, or or Miss D, yeah, as we all call her. Some of them call her mom, but most of us know her as Miss D. She's been working as our percussion tech for quite a while now, as well as helping with the theater productions and many other things. And a little over a year ago, she and I applied together to represent real life at the Rose Parade as a part of the first ever band directors marching band. We were accepted, and so we got to do that. It was absolutely the experience of a lifetime. And she will tell you that I fought it every step of the way, kept asking, can we cancel, can we not go? And she was like, no, you're gonna go. But we did come away with some great swag, including these amazing jackets.
It's great, I can't get mine on, here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
This was all planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
As well as one of these. What is this? Anybody know what this is? Joe? You're stealing my thunder, kid. Come on. Yeah. Yes, that is correct. It is a conducting baton. And he's referring to, and I've been here, well, I've been doing this for 10 years, so I've probably already told this story, but I don't care. I'm going to tell it again. So when I was in graduate school, my conducting professor had a bit of an accent, and so he would call the conducting baton a baton. And then he would describe where, in relation to your body, to hold the baton. My students should know, where do you hold the conducting baton?
Belly button.
By your belly button. Anyway, these were a gift from the Dan Fogelberg Foundation. How many of you remember Dan Fogelberg? Okay. I'd never heard of him. No, that's not true. I'd heard of him, but I did not know much about him. He's actually an American singer-songwriter from the 70s and 80s, known for such hits as Same Old Lang Syne and Leader of the Band. And I was like, hey, I know those songs. And then I realized, no, I know Auld Lang Syne and Leader of the Pack. But it's it's fine. But his father was a band director, and so the foundation that was created in his name decided it would be a great idea to gift these commemorative batons that actually say Saluting America's Band Directors Rose Parade 2022 on them. So yeah. So we received these batons, these batons, and I wanted to provide Miss D an opportunity to use hers, and so she is going to conduct our next piece this evening called El Pato Loco, which translates as the crazy duck. There it is. Yes, the crazy duck. Okay.
So I said I wasn't going to talk because I don't like to talk. But in the spirit of crazy and me conducting, not my group, Miss Lindsay is going to play drums. Why not?
that particular piece was written by composer William Owens and is dedicated to all the wonderful, wayward, web-footed waterfowl that wander happily and aimlessly through picnic areas in local parks, vying for attention and free food, and at Disney World. Another blessing we had while in California was actually being in the company of distinguished living composer James Swearingen. The phrase we heard throughout the week was that if you ever played in a high school band, chances are you played a Swearingen piece. And so our final piece for our wind ensemble this evening is a Swearingen piece titled Storm Clouds. It is programmatic in that it is intended to evoke visions of dark gray clouds rapidly rolling in from the distant horizon. While building with intensity, our impending storm reaches its destination by unleashing a powerful force of energy, and a final declaration signals a dramatic conclusion to the evidence of nature's fury. This is Storm Clouds. Okay, and that brings us to our first round of awards for the evening. So they're resetting the stage. They're going to come out here and have a seat so that they can see what awards they've won, and I'm going to go grab those off of the table. I got to make it taller. I can't make it taller. I can do this. You believe in me, don't you? You believe I can get it? There we go. Yeah, look, no, I figured it out. Yeah, there I go. It's perfect. There we go. That works. Okay. No, it doesn't. It needs to be. Anyway. All right. So in the fall, as we prepare for marching season, our drum line competes weekly in what's called a drill-off. And what that means is they stand in a block at attention, and they listen to and respond to marching commands in increasing difficulty. And if they make a mistake, they are tapped out of the block, and so they have to go and sit and wait for it to reset. And we go until one student remains in the block, still listening to the commands, still following all those commands. And throughout the entire season, though they shared the wins, there was one student who won quite frequently, probably won more drill-offs than any other, and that is Amelia Castro. All right. Our next award, I'm not sure if I saw him here or not, but we have a number of students who are deserving of this award, but one student was consistently, this is for our outstanding stage management in a play or musical, and we have one student that was consistently present and at the ready for all stage management responsibilities in our most recent production of The Music Man, and that is Luke Flegel. Is Luke here? Fantastic. Next is our outstanding ensemble cast, and this group of students was truly an ensemble cast without a clear definition of lead versus supporting roles. Oh, hey. There we go. While the production was predominantly double cast, acting and reacting, this group played the same role in both performances, but each to a different supporting cast. So while they did both performances, there were other cast members that were swapped in for each performance. And so acting and reacting with different personalities in identical scenes can create some unique challenges, and they rose to the occasion with two excellent performances of Murders in the Air. This is our high school group. Is Leilani Rosier here? Okay. Brooke Haig, Hannah Hoff, Madison Richardson, Joshua Saldana, Robbie Acker, and Joe Pinto. Next up is outstanding direction of a play or musical. This group of students was responsible not only for the direction of around 30 4th to 8th grade students, but also for mentoring a group of younger student directors and managing specific theatrical support. This one goes to Ian Earl, Robbie Acker, Juliana Anderson, Brooke Haig, and Joe Pinto. All right, moving on to our outstanding supporting and lead performers. The following students gave excellence in their respective performances and supporting roles in both our junior production of Little Mermaid, as well as the full production of The Music Man. So for supporting performers, we have Erica Rodriguez as Jetsam, Aubrey Marks as Flotsam, Sophia Sullivan as Scuttle, supporting roles in The Music Man, we have Lucas Becerra as Winthrop Peru, Elijah Anderson as Marcellus Washburn, and Aaron McNatt as Mrs. Peru.
I want to thank my mom and
Where's the band when you need it? All right, lead performances. This one goes to Zadie Huff for Ursula. Is Zadie here? And Aspen Williams for Ariel. Is Aspen here? And lead performances in The Music Man, we have Brooke Haig as Marion Peru and Joe Pinto as Harold Hill. Did you guys get the right ones? I don't even know. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. That's the one. Yeah. All right. Okay. And now, ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Let's welcome our choir to the stage.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones is an ache that you can't ignore, taking your breath, stealing your mind. All that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooded open. It's the preacher in the pulpit in your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh, oh,
Colossal we come, these renegades in the ring. With a lost get found and we crown them in the circus kings. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's planning, outshining anything that you know. Just surrender cause you're coming and you wanna go where it's covered in all colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
oh, this is the greatest show.
We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
It's everything you ever want, it's everything you ever need, and it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. It's everything you ever want, it's everything you ever need, and it's here right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Where it's covered in all colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show.
We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you.
Oh, this is the greatest show. Oh, this is the greatest show.
Whoa.
That was a fun challenge for them because it's not only tight 3-part harmony against a solo, but they also had to add body percussion. So they had all their synapses firing at the same time. It's quite a rush. You should try it sometime. It's fun. This next piece we're going to slow down a bit as we tackle some of the highlights from the musical Finding Neverland. How many of you are familiar with this story? 2 of you. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah. Anybody know what it's about? Yeah. Yes, it's a Peter Pan story, but it is actually about the author of Peter Pan, James Barrie. This song that we're going to do is a rather lengthy medley of 4 songs from the musical, and you'll hear where each one ends and the next one begins, which is always kind of an awkward moment for an audience because the song isn't over, but the movement is, so are you supposed to applaud or not? Okay, so let's take a moment for a little lesson on audience applause, shall we? You fail. Just kidding, you're my star pupil. Excellent. In early symphonies, it was considered inappropriate to applaud between movements, primarily because one was expected to sit and take in the entire thing without distraction. And applauding between movements was considered a distraction. However, for contemporary audiences, are you taking notes? I don't see any of your pencils moving. That's okay. Contemporary audiences, most conductors are okay with it, especially if it is well-deserved. So, however, if it is well-deserved, they will usually give subtle cues, the conductor will give subtle cues that tell the audience the movement is over and it is okay to applaud. There are some who feel that it is okay as long as the audience feels they want to applaud. So if you're only clapping because it is the end of the movement and the audience has begun to clap, then don't clap if it is not deserved. So the very confusing conclusion is that if you mean it and you have been given the discreet okay from the conductor, then by all means, clap. If you do not believe the music deserves applause, or you are unsure of whether it is okay to clap, then do not clap. The problem I have with this now is that when we finish each song, you may choose to applaud. But if you do not, it is unclear to me or to us whether we have not been clear enough that it is now okay to applaud, or whether you simply did not enjoy our rendition. So in deference to our fragile egos here on stage, when you hear the ending of a piece, go ahead and applaud. And if you liked it, for sure. And if you didn't, lie. Pretend like you liked it and applaud.
Whenever I was frightened, if I ever felt alone, I turned to the night sky and a star I call my own, somewhere I could run to, just across the Milky Way. If you like, I could take you. It's just a light year and a day. We can sail away tonight on a sea of pure moonlight. We can navigate the stars to bring us back home. see in time you will survive. Too late to run, too late to hide. It's your destiny. Every place, every stride. I am stronger, reach up higher, digging deeper, find the fire, feel enlightened, won't be frightened anymore. I can run now, so much faster. Now defeat won't be my master. For to conquer the demons, I won't have to wait any longer. I've got to be strong.
Yes. All right, you guys did an excellent job of clapping as well. Thank you. Our soloists, I mentioned Leilani soloed on Greatest Show, and then, yes, absolutely. And then for Finding Neverland, Madison Richardson was featured in the song Neverland. Valentina Gonzalez and When Your Feet Don't Touch the Ground. And Aspen Smith in Stronger. Yeah. Okay. While our drum line makes its way to the stage, or they're already there. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, awesome. One of the things that made this year special as our 10th year of Music at Real Life is that we were able to put our first ever marching band, the Raptor Regiment, on the field at our official homecoming game this year. Woohoo! And next year we are going to be building a longer show over the course of the season, culminating in a full halftime performance at homecoming next year. So, but when they are not on the field, we keep the rhythm going in the stands with our drum line. This first piece that they're going to perform is an encore performance of a piece they did at Moonlight Serenade in February. It's called Three's a Crowd. right, this next one is a cadence called KB1. And though the name is a bit of a head scratcher, I have assigned it a few titles that it can stand for. KB for Keep Believing. Yeah. Kicking Back. Kid Brother. Or my personal favorite, and I hoped Robbie was here, but Kindly Beast. We were going to dedicate it to Robbie, so. And that's our drum line. That brings us to our next round of awards. These are our trophy awards. One thing we've really worked on is setting our drums down quietly. And you can see they've come a long way in that. Our first award is our Maestro Award, and that is one that recognizes ensemble leadership and goes to students who have encouraged and led their classes in rehearsals or sectionals or even on stage. They get a lovely little medal, and then, can you guess what's in the tube? I know I told you to guess, but you kind of stole my thunder, but there it is. It is a baton. So for, oh dear. For choir, this award goes to Brooke Haig.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And for band, our recipient is Lucas Vicera. All right. In previous years, this award has been called our Stardust Award, but is more appropriately named the Moonlight Award in the spirit of our annual Moonlight Serenade performance. In Genesis, we hear the account of the creation of the heavens. Genesis 1:16 and following reads, God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. Our Moonlight Award for bringing light into darkness goes to Akila Bernard for her constant encouragement and praise of her classmates. This one glows in the dark. Okay. I know her. Our next award is our Sawyer Award. The story of 42nd Street is about a girl named Peggy Sawyer who dreams of being on the New York stage. She auditions and is initially cast as a chorus girl, but is recognized for her talent and has to take over the lead role when the original lead hurts her ankle. In her final conversation with the director before taking the stage, he tells her she's going out as a youngster, but has got to come back a star. Our Sawyer Award is for a student who may be new to theater or to performing at real life, but quickly emerges as a strong talent. It's kind of our version of a rookie award, and this year it goes to Hannah Hoff. He's posable. You can like move it. It's awesome. Next is our Kenaniah Musicianship Award. We know from reading the scriptures that God values excellence, and musicianship is no exception. In 1 Chronicles chapter 15, we read that Kenaniah, the head Levite, was in charge of the singing. That was his responsibility because he was skillful at it. We have named our Musicianship Award after Kenaniah because the students who earned it have skillfully tackled music reading and theory. In band, this award goes to Amelia Castro. And in choir, Daniela Becerra. All right. Next up is our Rogers and Hammerstein Award. Every year there seems to emerge a student who is always ready to jump in wherever they are needed. Our Rogers and Hammerstein Award, named after the famous songwriting team, is given for those students who go above and beyond to fill a need. Occasionally, as live theater can go, things will come up that make a performer unable to go on. And whether you realize it or not, it has happened many times at real life over the last 10 years. At least twice this year, but I'm sure on more than one occasion, I have asked this particular student to discreetly learn a role in a very short amount of time in the event that the student performing that role that week or even that day could not make it to the performance. Every time she has jumped in with no questions asked and with all the delicacy required. This year's award goes to Zadie Huff. It's crystal. All right, and finally from the trophies, this is our trifecta, and I've asked this before. What is a trifecta? Yeah, like a triple threat, right? Our trifecta award goes to a junior or senior who has proven to be what the theater calls a triple threat, someone who can act, sing, and dance. This year's recipient is senior Brooke Haig. Okay. Our next few performances are student-driven performances where they learned and rehearsed on their own to perform. And our first group is a duet performance by Daniela Becerra and Ava Sullivan of a song from the Frozen 2 soundtrack. That is not a hint. Wait, I still get to choose them, right? All right, anyway, this is All Is Found.
Hurry, sleep, my darling, safe and sound. For in this river all is found. All is found. When all is lost, then all is found. In her waters, deep and true, lie the answers and a path for you. Dive down deep into her sound, but not too far or you'll be drowned. She will sing to those who hear, and in her song all magic flows. You have to get a little lost on your way to being found. Until the river's finally crossed, you'll never feel the solid ground. You have to get a little lost on your way to being found. Where the north wind meets the sea, there's mother full of memory. Come, my darling, homeward bound, where all is lost, then all is found. All is found. All is found.
Next up, Amelia's going to accompany herself on guitar on the song Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. And I guarantee you'll be singing along in your head, but let her sing it for real, okay? Don't jump in.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd feel like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are
take my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I need you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, ooh, pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
All right, our final solo performance of the evening is a song from the musical Anastasia, also not a hint. Performed by Victoria. This is In My Dreams.
They said I was found beside of a road. There were tracks all around. It recently snowed. In the darkness and cold, the winds in the trees. A girl with no name and no memories but these. Rain against a window, sheets upon a bed. Terrifying nurses whispering overhead. Call the child Anya, give the child a hat. I don't know a thing before that. Traveling the back roads, sleeping in the wood, taking what I needed, working when I could, keeping up my courage, foolish as it seems, at night all alone in my dreams. In my dreams, shadows come, there's a light at the end of the road. My dreams fade away, but I know it all will come back one day. I dream of a city beyond all compare. Is it Paris? Paris, a beautiful river, a bridge by square, and I hear a voice whisper, I'll meet you right there in Paris. Paris. You don't know what it's like to know who you are, to have lived in the shadows and traveled this far. I've seen flashes of fire, heard the echoes of screams, but I still have this faith in the truth of my dreams. In my dreams, it's so real, and my heart, it has so much to reveal. And my dreams seem to say, don't be afraid to go on, don't give up hope, come what may. I know it all will come back.
Okay, as our jazz band makes its way to the stage, it seems like a good time for another lesson in audience clapping. John, get out of my classroom. Yes, there will be a quiz at the end. We've enjoyed adding jazz band to our curriculum this semester, and part of that has included some practice in improvisation, which basically means that the performers create a performance in that moment that it is happening. Traditionally, in a jazz concert, when a performer finishes a solo, even if the song is not complete, you applaud the soloist. We will have 2 soloists this evening, and as each one solos, they will come to the front of the band, and when they return to their normal spot, that's your cue that they are done with their solo, and it is okay to applaud, even if another soloist has already begun, okay? Just give them that quick little burst of encouragement. And so, yes, we have 2 brave soloists today, Ian Earl. Wow, you guys are getting closer and closer. It happens in class, too. I'm like, I'm going to be against the board here in a minute. Yeah, so we have 2 soloists. Ian Earl is going to solo on trumpet, and Josh Martin on saxophone. So. Your parents didn't know? Yeah, they did awesome, right? Yeah. Okay, we're getting there, I promise. We're really close. Our final round of awards this year is new. I haven't even I haven't even discussed it with the students. They don't know about it yet. But this year, we added the ability to letter in the arts. So, yeah, I know. That's so exciting. Yeah. In order to letter, you must have completed 2 years in the specific ensemble or activity at the high school level. So, to letter in band or choir, you have to take the class for 2 full years in high school. To letter in theater, you can either take the class, participate in the spring production, or direct in the fall, or any combination for 2 years. After you letter, then you earn a bar for each additional year in either activity. Only one letter will be awarded, but it's possible to letter in more than one ensemble or activity. The letter will come with a pin for each activity, so if you letter in theater, you'll get a theater pin. If you letter in choir, you'll get a choir pin. And so the following students are lettering this year, and some are receiving pins for additional years of participation that we haven't added letters before. So our first is not here, but Robbie Acker is lettering in theater this year. Second, Elijah Anderson is lettering in theater. And Juliana Anderson is lettering in theater, plus a pin for one additional year of theater. Ian Earl is lettering in band and theater. Hold for this one. Brooke Haig is lettering in choir and theater, plus 2 additional pins for theater and 1 additional pin for choir. Josh Mattingly is lettering in band and theater. This is another long one. Joe Pinto is lettering in choir and theater, plus 2 additional pins for theater and 1 additional pin for choir. Another long one. Madison Richardson is lettering in choir and theater, plus 1 additional pin for choir. And finally, did I miss somebody? Oh, okay. And finally, Laurel Tyndall is lettering in theater. All right. Where's my band? Set up your chairs. I didn't write an introduction for this one. Did you want more than that? Improvise? Thought I lost my phone in that. This is, we affectionately call it chair stomp. It's percussion with sticks and chairs and fun stuff, so. we have just 2 more songs for you this evening. Our choir is making its way back out with a special number to celebrate 10 years of music. Since music classes began in 2012, our performing arts has seen many varieties of performances. We have established annual performances at the elementary level for Christmas and spring. We have provided wind ensemble, drumline, jazz band, pep band, marching band, choir, guitar ensemble, string ensemble, pit orchestra, private lessons at the Fine Arts Academy, Broadway junior productions, full-length musical productions, mystery theater performances, Raptors Shake stunt shows, dual enrollment classes for music appreciation at Southeastern University as well as Palm Beach Atlantic University. We have performed dance evolutions and tapping Tuesdays. We have partnered with the homeschool community for performances, brought home excellent and superior ratings at solo and ensemble competitions. We've been invited to perform at Epcot as a part of the Candlelight Processional. We've performed with college ensembles at Johnson University, Florida. Students have graduated to study music and theater at the college level, as well as to pursue them as careers. It has been a whirlwind decade, and I'm excited to see some of our performing arts alumni in the audience tonight. And I honestly couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than with some ABBA. That's not a hint. This song is a classic and was featured in Mamma Mia 2, I think. This is the song, Thank You for the Music.
I'm nothing special, in fact, I'm a bit of a bore.
added a few. I don't know if you noticed that. Can I introduce you to them? We've got, I think, Antonio, I think you're our oldest. You graduated in what, 2015? Yeah. 2015, 7 years ago. So that's Antonio Hidalgo. He did choir as well as played Mr. Smith in Meet Me in St. Louis. Yeah. And then next oldest in 2016, I've got two of you, right? Yeah. Okay. So I can't see them. Oh dear. Okay. Matt Baker graduated in 2016. He was our Tin Man, and then help me out, John Truitt and Cornelius in Hello Dolly. So he did 3 shows with us. And then Fiona Sanchez, right over there. She was our Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. And Rose, yes, I was like, it's an old Oster. Yeah, Rose in Meet Me in St. Louis. And then she is our resident Dolly from Hello Dolly. Oh boy, I'm trying to remember here. Alex, I think you're our next oldest. You graduated in 2020. Is that right? Alex Gilmore in 2020. He did band and choir and theater. I don't know if I can name all of your roles. Yeah. Most notably, Mr. Snyder the Spider in Newsies. And then Max graduated last year, 2021. Max Hansen. He was our last minute sub in Beauty and the Beast, jumped in. But he had started in Singing in the Rain with us in 2020 as, what's his name? R.F. Simpson. R.F. Simpson, yeah. And then we've got some former students who are back with us. Well, Joe didn't do choir this year, but he came to sing with us. He's graduating this year. And so that's Joe Pinto. And same with Juliana is graduating this year as well, Juliana Anderson. And then next is Ashley Nadeau is graduating next year, 2023, class of 2023. And then Elijah Anderson, are you 24? Class of 24? Class of 24. And then Gracie, I've lost count. You're going to be a freshman next year. 2026. All right. So did I miss anybody? I got everybody? Wow. Okay, probably. All right. We're going to finish tonight with something that has been a tradition. We've been singing this one as long as I can remember at the spring concert. You've probably heard it over and over again, so if you know it and you want to sing with us, you are welcome to do that. But we have a few extras that are jumping in from the band. They're going to sing with us too. This is Greatest Commands.
Does not know God.
thank you so much for coming out and enduring a nice long performance. I love your kids. I love getting to work with them on an everyday basis, and for getting to do it for 10 years. I've loved that. So thank you and have a great night.
All my words fall short. I got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I